Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ivy Cove Furniture. Heidi here. Today I'm going to be working on this adorable little chest I found in my local Goodwill. I found it at $40, which is a little bit pricey, but it was right there in front of me. It was super convenient to get, and the inside was in really great condition, so it really only needed, a good surface scraping and some paint. You can see all the crackling texture. I never really understood why they did this, but it needed a lot of sanding on the outside. But like I said, the inside was in pretty great condition. Overall, for $40, I thought it would be a pretty easy project. So let's go ahead and get started. I decided I was going to finish filling in all of the cracks with spackling putty instead of trying to sand the piece completely flat. It was taking forever, and this just seemed like the easier option. I wouldn't recommend using spackling for any type of, large gouges or reconstruction. It's really not made for anything like that because the lines are so fine. It's going to work perfectly fine for what I need it for. Plus, I am going to seal the piece at the end, and it will be covered with paint. So the durability of spackling will work really well with this, but I would not recommend it for anything really larger than fine lines. Here I'm going to be taking a 220 sand grit, and I'm just sanding off all of the top layer just so that everything is nice and smooth and flush with the surface of the chest. Just a little health tip, anytime you are sanding anything, please make sure you wear some type of painter's mask or a respirator, anything that's made to keep the dust out of your lungs, because these are harsh chemicals. For this project, I am going to be mixing two colors by Waverly. This is an awesome paint you can get right off the shelf at Walmart. It's located in the craft department and it's super cheap. So when you're mixing colors, if you're looking to get a lighter shade, you want to start with more of your lighter color and then just add your darker color in as you go. So I'm looking to get like a country blue. So I'm using the color Mineral, which is the lighter color, and then I'm just adding in the Ocean, which is the blue. As I go very gradually until I get the shade that I'm looking for. When I started filming this part of the video, my phone rang and I didn't realize that it totally did not capture the little shot of me showing you the wax bottle. I'm using here the Waverly white wax. It's like a liquid wax, so it's perfect if you're trying to achieve an easy whitewashed look. It kind of does two things at once. It gives you that washed look, and then it also seals your piece at the same time. So I just use a microfiber cloth because they're really soft, they won't scratch, and I just dab a little bit on at a time. I try to get enough to kind of do like one solid streak and then go back and forth, because you still do want to wipe the wax back. But because you are using a cloth, you're kind of like blending it, but also you don't want to blend it completely because you do want to be able to see those streaks. It just makes it look a little bit more natural and more like actual wood would look. This wax makes this technique so easy. There is a couple different brands that make the liquid wax. The Waverly is one, and then there is, I want to say it's Art Minds. You can get it in Michael's. They also do a liquid wax like this. But I actually really love doing these kinds of pieces. I don't know why they're always like my favorite. I really just love the washed look because it kind of adds this like really pretty sheen in certain places too. So it always just looks really nice. At this point, I was still like halfway unsure if I was going to put the wax on the blue. So I jumped down to the bottom because I knew I was at least going to be doing the skirting, the same technique. And I kind of wanted to see like what it would look like before I went and did the blue wash as well. I think it would really have looked cute either way, but like I said, I just love using the white wax, so I tend to want to put it like everywhere.
Life was dull until you came. I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, then my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you. Next to you. Next to you. Next to you. Right next to you.
I was feeling like the chest was already looking pretty darn cute, but I kind of did feel like it needed a little something extra, so I decided to grab a stencil, and I am just going to be doing a like trim around underneath the top part of the chest where it closes, and it's just going to add a little bit of character. I didn't want to do like the bottom part too, just because I think it can be a little overwhelming. I'm using the Deco Art Metallic Matte Paint to do this technique, and when you dab your foam brush or whatever brush you're using, I like the foam brushes. Whenever you dab it in the paint, you want to make sure that you wipe it off pretty good. You want to have a really dry brush, and then you're just going to like pat it onto the stencil, and this is going to avoid bleed throughs. If you have too much paint, your paint is going to bleed through the back of your stencil, and it's going to get really messy. Also, anytime you move your stencil, you need to make sure you wipe it off, like wipe off the back part, so that we can also avoid messing up our beautifully painted piece. And it makes it easier so we don't have to go through and do any cleanup at the end.
Who would have thought I'd be up on cloud nine? I would never take our love for granted. Love how you
watching my video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. Please also like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.